what's going on, everybody? It's the Bear Den Talks podcast. I'm your host, Asperity, with also Works for Tips and Invented Black Knight. And we are back with another podcast episode here. So today we're going to be talking about the Game Awards and what transpired from that show this past Thursday. Because there's a lot to talk about, and whew, that Baldur's Gate 3, but that's going to be a little bit later. So the nominees of the what do you call the Game Awards here was what? Alan Wake 2, Spider-Man, Baldur's Gate 3, Super Mario Wonder, Twilight, not Twilight.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. What was the last one? There's another.
Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4, and that's it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So with that said, here, well, what did y'all think of those nominees? First off, how did y'all feel about those nominees? We're gonna go with you.
It felt weird seeing Mario Wonder up there.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. I mean, when it comes to like, for me at least, when it comes to like, I just felt like they just needed a Nintendo product up there at the end of the day.
But what Tears of the Kingdom was?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. It's like it's like they just had to choose like we need a couple. I think here, let me rephrase it. I think
this is a new game there. It's a Mario game. So they needed something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need. They're like, we need to make sure Mario's one of the Game Awards.
Now, Tears of the Kingdom, honestly, I don't feel like it deserved to be up there. I mean, don't get me wrong, Breath of the Wild was great, but like Tears of the Kingdom just felt like nothing. We just we had Breath of the Wild with Minecraft did or something. I don't know. It just feels like that's what they were going for, and that was pretty much it. Like nothing. It wasn't really anything special to me other than just another Zelda game. It wasn't like when Breath of the Wild came out, like here goes this new first open world, truly open world Zelda game. That's that feeling. But now it's just like, nah, it's not really there. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that seemed to be the sentiment when it came out. It was like, this is great, but this isn't like anything new. Which kind of,
I mean, in a way, it was kind of a $70 expansion of Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Like $7 for, I'm sorry, $7 for a Nintendo game. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Well, get used to it because it's not changing.
Yep, Nintendo wants that. I mean, I think on their flagships, they're the ones that they know are going to suck. I think Wonder was that $7 or was that $60?
I do not know. I didn't get the Wonder.
Let me look it up real quick.
It's crazy because that's not even the only Mario game this year.
Yeah.
That's right. That was Super Mario RPG. I think that was 60.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super Mario Wonder was 60.
Yeah. Didn't they come up with another expansion or something for Mario Kart?
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, they did. They did.
I mean, to be fair, we've been getting expansions for Mario Kart throughout the entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now, what was really interesting
for this, how old is this game now? Like 10 years.
Yeah. Since 2012.
It's actually close to 10 years, actually.
Yeah.
Since 2012 or something like that. I don't know.
No, the game came out in 2013, 2014.
Well, shit. Now, what was really interesting with the Game Awards is that Microsoft had no nominees whatsoever, and I don't think they had any nominees last year. Even if someone was nominated, it was a multi-platform. It wasn't just exclusive to Microsoft. And that was like the issue with Microsoft, is that they keep announcing all these games that have been literally in development for the past 4 or 5 years now. So it's
I feel like Starfield should have been nominated. It wouldn't have won still, but it would have been nice to be like.
I still find it just funny that I just was in one of the Discords I'm in, and someone said Starfield got robbed.
Nah, yeah, he trolled. That person's trolling for sure. Well,
what didn't happen?
I'm gonna be
Starfield didn't have nothing to begin with to get robbed.
Look, I'm gonna be totally honest with you. If Baldur's Gate 3 did not come out, Starfield and maybe Spider-Man would have been up there. As in for the Game Awards, as a game of the year, I would definitely say that. But the thing is when Baldur's Gate 3 came out, it changed the entire people saw Starfield just yeah, this could be so much better.
After all, Baldur's Gate 3 won so many awards.
Yeah. And it was really
sweet.
Yeah. Well, it's really odd with some of the awards too. So they kept pointing, looking at the what do you call it? The head of Larian? Was it Swin? Something like that. I think that's his name. They kept looking at him, pointing the camera at him, that's I don't know. It felt like it was a weird vibe, you're gonna lose kind of vibe. That's what it felt like. I'm just like, I kind of did not like that vibe whatsoever, honestly. But a lot of people are really pissed off that Spider-Man didn't win, and because there's a tweet going around on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, what like showing the Spider-Man cinematic, Spider-Man getting thrown. Everyone's like, so
this is the gameplay of Spider-Man, and this is the gameplay of Baldur's Gate 3. And my favorite thing is everyone's retweets to that. Like everyone's like hit back is like, my guy, that was a cutscene. That was a cool cutscene, but that was a cutscene. Baldur's Gate 3 has so much dialogue and all these options and choices and spells and stuff.
Yeah, it's like
and and my favorite one was it was like they were saying something about Spider-Man and how it should have beaten Baldur's Gate 3, and somebody went, yeah, this is like people when a game isn't Call of Duty or doesn't have a ball in it, isn't a shooter, it doesn't have a ball in it. I'm like, yeah,
basically,
like always the usual suspects.
Yeah, basically, like.
I think one of the ones I saw was it was just like along the line. So it's like you can't fuck Venom in Spider-Man, but you can fuck a Mind Flayer. It's like I rest my case.
I saw that too. It's like, look, and then there's other political stuff with Spider-Man, but like Spider-Man in a sense, it was just mid. Like after the excitement hits, it's just like, well. On to the next game.
Don't get me wrong, Spider-Man 2, it looks amazing. It looks like a good game, but it's just Baldur's Gate 3 does more than that game. It also offers more.
I feel like the sentiment around that one is similar to Breath of the Wild in the sense that, again, this is another good game, but it is not like it can't defeat the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like or at least it's not anything special like the original was.
Yeah. Oh, and also looking at it now, Jeff Keighley, his tweet was community noted just now on his on his music or whatever. When he's talking about his music and shit. Yeah, he just got community noted. That's kind of funny, guys. You guys know what we're talking about here. It says, by the way, Jill Keeley says, by the way, I do agree that the music was played too fast for the award winners this year, and I asked our team to relax the rule as the show went on. While no one was actually cut off, it's something to address going forward. And the community note says here, attendees and other viewers of the Game Awards have confirmed that Geoff claimed no one was actually cut off is factually incorrect. Neil Newborn was cut off for the live audience before he could conclude his speech, and the broadcast had the end of the speech played off. Yes, and that was definitely true. And Neil Newborn, if y'all don't know, he's a voice actor who played Astarion on Baldur's Gate 3. So yeah,
assume if you guys out there have played Baldur's Gate 3, if not, play
it. And so it's like when I tell people about Baldur's Gate 3. It is that game. Like I always tell people, they're like, "Well, Disparity, why is it that game?" Well, I say it's that game. It's one of those few games. There are very few games, at least to me, that can hit at certain marks and that can keep me going and playing it for hours and hours on end. As you guys know, in this new era of gaming, we play certain games and we drop it, then we buy another game, so on and so forth, right? And that's how our backlogs build up, and we got to play. We're never gonna play, finish these games. Well, Baldur's Gate 3 was one of those games where I actually sat down for hours and to play it, and y'all, hell, even these guys here in Discord was like, "Disparity, what are you doing, man? You still playing Baldur's Gate 3?" And I said, "Yeah." So I'm still playing.
I mean, to be fair, that's just our entire friend group. Is we buy games, we play them for a bit, and then we drop them.
I mean, that
mostly applies to multiplayer, to be honest.
Yeah, it's now, like again, Baldur's Gate for me was Yakuza Like a Dragon, the Kingdom Hearts series. Those games hit markers for me where I enjoy it.
Well, to be fair,
wasn't Persona 5 up there?
No, what was that, Tips?
I said, wasn't Persona 5 up there?
No, for nominees, no. Oh yeah, in my list, yes.
Yeah. To be fair, Baldur's Gate was that game, culturally speaking, because I've never seen a game tweeted more like this much this year. It just gets so popular. From what I thought was a niche series, I thought the game was not going to do it, and it did that job. It was that game, especially because it should be. I didn't doubt it'd be a great game because it was by the people that made Divinity, or at least Divinity Original Sin 2. We played that, and we had fun with that.
Yeah,
but like the fact that, there's it, and the fact that even South Park like was like referenced it, and all these other people references like, yeah, this game of the year, like no, this should be a straight shot. Like
Mm-hmm.
I literally think if it didn't win, I really do think there people would be like, this is bullshit, like, or BS. This, like, you know what I mean?
I was
They're
waiting for it.
like, this game got robbed.
I
Like
was definitely
they like,
I was one of those
there's
people.
no, I don't know about all those other awards, but for like game of the year, for like this should have been a shoe in.
And
Like
well,
no other game
and,
deserved that spot as much
and
as
well,
this
it's
game.
really weird. By the way, it's like okay, Alan Wake 2 won a couple awards too, but here's the thing with Alan Wake 2, which is so weird to me. I felt like they just chose that game to like choose it because there ain't no one I know talking about Alan Wake 2.
I've heard good things about it, but I think I feel like I can't feel like this game just came out, even though it probably came out like last month.
Yeah, it came out a month or two. Yeah, last month, 2 months
Yeah,
like that.
and so I don't think it's a bad game either. We've had a lot of great releases this year.
Yeah,
and unfortunately, a lot of other issues with the industry. I don't know if we would talk about that, but that Baldur's Gate, yeah, that was a shoe in. It, it, I don't know. It's like I don't think there was anything that was even like close to it in terms of like quality.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were a lot of good games, but nothing of that magnitude. I think, at least of the magnanimous effort they went through.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
And what about you, Tips? I know you had something on your mind.
I mean, I will admit, I will say this. I'm really glad Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year because from what I've been playing with, like at least you guys and the others, it's been a really fun game so far. And when it comes to like certain like RPGs that like have that kind of formula and gameplay and stuff, it probably is like kind of still new to me, but
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I've enjoyed thanks to at least you, Spacey, for getting me into like at least Divinity.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get you to a lot of games. Y'all think you think I'd be tripping when I be telling you certain game like to get you certain games. I'm telling you, the game. I only play the best games I'm playing.
He says, and then probably then lists the game that probably talk shit.
I mean, look, I can list you a couple games that I think that a lot of people should play, but that's up to y'all if you want to step out of your normalcy and get into like different genres. Like it's up to you to take that step to get into other genres other than what you're normally used to. And I don't know, you're the kind of person who loves to play JRPGs and probably like games like Splatoon and stuff. Well, I got news for you. There's a lot of great games out there. You got the XCOM, you got Rogue Trader, which just came out too. That's another CRPG that's very similar to. Actually, it's really similar to Wasteland 3 in terms of gameplay, but it's a Warhammer 40K's first CRPG game, mind you.
What does the C in that RPG stand for?
It basically means computer role playing game.
Got it.
Yeah,
it was something like
It's basically in a way to like take like normal role playing that we would do in IRL and just translate it to computer games or whatnot.
Because like you were saying that for the XCOM games, and I thought XCOM was.
Well, XCOM is. I'm sorry. Well, in terms of okay, how about that? I'll rephrase. In terms of genres, right? XCOM turn based. What do you call it? The Lamplighters League turn based. Or we call those the XCOM style games, basically. CRPGs. You have Baldur's Gate 1, 2. You have 3. You have again Rogue Trader. You have Colony Ship. Regular old JRPGs. You got Star Ocean 1, 2, 3. You got Sea of Stars. There's a lot of games that I can recommend you to play, but you would have to step out of your zone in order to give these games a try. Because I think a lot of this is just to a lot of people. Mind you, I know I'm on a small little tangent here. We're gonna get back on topic in a second. At the end of the day, you just got to get out that comfort zone and explore a lot of these different games. Basically at the end of the day.
I mean, to be fair, if it probably wasn't for you, Spacey, I probably would never have even touched Divinity or Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, it wasn't the type of game I would play initially, but like going back into Baldur's Gate 3 is like, damn, feels good. You know what I mean?
I mean, then we're playing it
Right.
as you guys know, we're playing it as a group too. So like,
Yeah.
a lot of us know already got through like certain sections. Of course, I beat the game already, but I'm not. I'm letting the folks, tend to do their own thing or whatnot. I'm just there to fight battles and
You
shit.
know, you're also making sure that if not to spoil the story, and that if something say Matrix about to happen, you're like, okay, get in the dialogue, something Matrix happening.
Basically, I try to keep y'all on track. But yeah, you know, back on the main topic. Yeah, Alan Wake 2. It just felt weird that that game was just getting a lot of awards, and it just feels like because no one's really talking about it. But then you forget that these award shows aren't for us. It's really for the critics. The critics chose or whatnot. I mean, we do. I think the only thing that we get is the player's choice, and
Yeah.
what Baldur's Gate 3 still won the player's choice.
Yeah.
They
I mean, to be fair, you could probably say that our votes are very minuscule in the end of the day for every category.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like you said, it is mainly critics
And
that
then
are the big votes.
Baldur's Gate also won the best community. Yes, because that game is updated, I think, like 4 or 5 times a month. It's like every time we get ready to play it, oh, there's an update. Okay.
Yeah.
Next day, okay, we play next day, hot fix.
Yeah, bro. The game came out back in August. For pretty much at least 4 months has
Yeah.
the game been out. Actual 4 months.
Yeah, it came out August 1st. It came out August 1st.
Okay, so of the 4 months that the game has been out, we've already gotten over 5 patches and 13 hot fixes.
And keep this in mind, folks, when we say patches and stuff, the game is playable from start to finish, right? Now, here's the thing, though, is that people complain about, they're saying, well, people are drinking the Baldur's Gate 3 Kool-Aid. I mean, yes and no. So what they're saying is,
It's
like,
delicious.
because what they said was this, because of, they rushed through the game when the game came out, right? And so they made it to the final act, and they're like, wow, the final act, the final area is buggy as fuck. Yes, X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, yeah, I mean, I guess, but you at least got there. But the other issue is that, like, you literally just rushed through the game. Like
Yeah.
I get people that tell me, like, I beat the game and X, Y, Z. I say, okay, you know how many hours, you know how long it took me to beat the game? It took me 220 hours to beat the game. And actually, I clocked it over 200 and I think like 50 hours, and that's because 20 hours is AFK. So keep mind you, just me, like, I had to go to the store or something like that. But yeah. So I'm like, y'all rushed through the game, and y'all are up here expecting, I get, at least you can play Baldur's Gate from start to finish without the game being hella buggy. At least you can say you beat it. In other words, so like,
Let's also not forget that the people that really probably rushed through the game probably did on the easiest mode.
yeah, I mean, they either done easy, or I know that. Well, we'll put it like this: I will give people this the benefit of the doubt, because I know that Act 1 for sure during early access was pretty much already finished. So a lot of people just rush through the dialogues because they already done Act 1 a lot. So I mean,
And that's understandable. I can at least agree with that.
that reminds me of my favorite comment. Is like, man, this game's story sucks. It's like, did you even pay attention to the story? No, I skipped through it. Come on, man.
like, yeah, and so, like, that's just how it is with Baldur's Gate. And then Cyberpunk won Best Ongoing Game, which is really weird to me, because
that is a weird choice, because it's like, if you want to say like best, like,
comeback or something like that, I would say comeback.
Yeah, comeback. I'll be like, yeah, go ahead. But ongoing game? It's an ongoing game now? Aren't they like done?
Like
from here on out?
Because
or maybe
it's
like a few updates.
Yeah, they're basically done now. They're done. Like,
What?
if they were like putting like maybe like Apex in there, I don't know, some type of live service game, something like that,
Yeah.
I could be like, yeah, that's
No, Spacey. See, if it was ongoing, they wouldn't put Apex. They would've done Fortnite.
yeah, probably.
Look. It's up there. I'm just saying. It's like, y'all get mad about it. Hey, look, that
Like,
game updates.
Have you seen Lego Fortnite?
Yeah.
Lego Fortnite. They got a racing game in there. They got what's it called?
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero, the Fortnite Festival. I'm like, oh, they back. They coming back with it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I was afraid because go ahead, sir.
I was say at this point, Fortnite's becoming everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
They literally said Jeff Conley said Fortnite is becoming a platform for yada. I was like, oh shit, it is. They're gearing up, which makes sense, because like with that Apple thing, And the fact that like I'm pretty sure everyone who's ever wanted to play Fortnite has already played Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta change it up, and I think they really did. They got a Fortnite Lego Minecraft experience in there, and it's like it's a whole thing. It's not even like an extra map; it's a whole mode. And I'm like,
it's as if you're playing an actual Lego game.
And so when I saw that, I was just like, nah. This
can't be real.
Like now, I can understand. Like, I mean, it's just one update. Come on, y'all. It's one update. One major patch.
They did like they redid that whole game to this point.
Now, if they said No Man's Sky from best ongoing game, yeah.
To be fair, but here's the thing: that game is still ongoing. They're still updating it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So they made it better than what it could have. Which I'm like, how are they? They gotta be smart drugs.
Now
I am still getting money from this game.
Now, speaking of which, though, I am interested in their new game that they're working out because instead of going for instead of doing the whole like universe thing, it's settled on just one on a planet, and that's kind of fun. Now, if they make the planet big though, and they let us get a gang of group of people, build it up or something like that, we could have like a castle army defend that stuff. I will play the hell out of that game.
Allegedly, it's the size of a real planet.
See, that'll be fun.
And but and they've gotten comments on this like you've made promises before, so don't you?
That's why he tried to keep it on the low.
Yeah, but I like how even the main dude, even the developers, like, don't overpromise or overdeliver. It's like it's the size of a planet.
That's like, hey, I will play the hell out of it, dude. I'm telling you, that'll be major. I'm gonna create an African kingdom or some shit,
you see that one game.
I forgot what it was called too, but it's I know what game you're talking about. I was actually generally excited for that game because you know what, and I'll tell you why. Mm-hmm. And I know you're gonna hate me when I say this. I hate when characters. I always say this. I hate when characters, especially already established characters, are way sought to be black. But what I do love is when they're actually taking the effort to use African or black culture somewhere of another nation somewhere else and put it in a video game and showcase it. And they did a hell of a good job doing that.
Yeah. Like my only gripe was that it's a 2D platformer thing, and I'm like, I wanted like a fully 3D story mode. Fully like immersed, like I don't know, Baldur's Gate 3, Devil May Cry, something like with a, you know what I mean? Like stories.
We gotta start somewhere though. We gotta start.
I know. Yeah, we did. I'm happy to see it. I just wanted more, but this is a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the stuff, like the games that they also showed off, like we're getting a new Monster Hunter game, which I'm pretty sure was that alleged Capcom game that announced, which it's like. I get it. People like Monster Hunter, but come on. I was hoping for Mega Man X9.
That's I'm gonna tell you right here. You're just gonna drink the copium.
Hey, Tips.
Yeah. Sad, but
But I think what you actually want though is a new season of Exoprimal. That's what you right? Right? Says the Capcom dev, that's what actually.
We need the new DLC where they had fucking Chun-Li.
Now I'm gonna hop on Sega's ass though, because let me tell you, these dudes here was. I'm gonna start out with the good thing. I'm glad to see that Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe, fucking Streets of Rage, and there's one more in there, but you'll come up with tips will get me.
It was Shinobi.
Shinobi, yes. I'm glad to see those games back. Now, with that said, though,
allegedly.
What pissed me off though is that they are like hyping up their Twitter and then saying we're hyping it up, and then we get like a 20-30 second trailer of what they're working on. That's the first thing that made me mad. Second off, though, I'm scared of Jet Set Radio and maybe Crazy Taxi. And I'm scared because of the simple fact that rumors of a year ago were talking about how they're looking into making these live service games. Now, and so one of the live service games was definitely the new Jet Set Radio. And I really hope they don't go that route. What people want is Jet Set Radio 3. Or actually technically, it'll be it'll probably called Tech Radio 2. It'll actually probably called 2 because they didn't really. Unless it's just standalone game.
Grind Radio 2.
Either way, people want an actual Jet Set Radio game that is not live service.
Now what they're saying, what Sega said, looking here at this article I'm reading, is that it's called Sonic the Hedgehog paved the way for success. So what they're basically saying is that it took us 20 Sonic games, half the third of it are failures to.
And see, the thing is, y'all had these things from the jump, and you telling me you said, let's just keep throwing Sonic at them. Like, don't do that. You had so many you had these franchises the whole time. All you need to do was make a car, paint it yellow and black, and put people in it and make a game. And they didn't do that for like 10, 20 years.
Basically. Hell, give me Sega Fishing Bass, because I'll play that shit too. That shit was fun.
I will, yes. Just nostalgia. Just give it to nostalgia, man.
Please give Sonic a break.
Yeah, dude.
I get it. People love Sonic.
Yeah.
I get they also like the music. They probably like some of the things about it.
Yeah.
But Sega just has not been doing the man good.
Look,
they have so many franchises.
Let me tell you about let me tell you about Sonic, man. We had what do you call it? Sonic came out Sonic Generations. We had Sonic Forces. We had Sonic. What a Sonic game? We had Sonic the Lost Worlds. We had Sonic
so they
Origins.
recently came out with that one Sonic game.
Sonic Superstars.
And apparently there's a mobile one, and apparently the mobile one is better than the recent one that came out, or at least it has better.
Are you talking about the mobile ports of like the first two games, or are you talking about like there's a mobile port of All Stars?
There's I don't know what it is, but it was like a mobile Sonic game. I think it was on the Apple Store or something like that. And
Dream Team.
Yeah, and apparently it looks really good. Apparently the animations and cutscenes for it are really good. And the one for the most recent one isn't, but I'm trying to figure out like what's the issue with the, you know what I mean, with the other one, because because if it's like a 2D game, like I don't expect like too much, but
I mean, it's like I'm fine with with Sonic Frontiers, because that was very innovative. It's brand new.
It looks jank, but it looks
Sonic Superstars. See, let me tell you, as a Sonic fan, I would have bought it, but not for no damn $60. I'm sorry, homeboy. Probably about $20, $30 at the most.
I was gonna say at like it's a 20 to 30. If they're feeling like a little bit too much, maybe 40.
Maybe,
maybe.
Because 60, not 60, me, homeboy.
A 2D Sonic game is not worth 60, just so you guys know. It really is, especially with like if they do not put a lot of content. Which, if I remember correctly, there really isn't much content.
See, that's why I have my boy Stamos J. He a Sonic simp. He bought the game, beat it in 5. He beat it in 5 hours. There you go, boom. Thank you, Jay.
And Pokemon, unfortunately.
I will admit that Sonic Frontiers is actually at least probably a really good Sonic game for something that we haven't seen since Sonic Generations.
Yeah.
And what I think what's kind of sad is that I think there are some people that also do say, well, Sonic Generations is like kind of meh of a game, even though
it's
like. Well, either way, Sonic Frontiers, it's at least decent from like at least the most decent Sonic game we have since Generations, because almost every Sonic game that we've ever gotten has always been either mid or bad.
Yeah.
Because Sega always rushes it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And because
6, for example,
they took out the Chow Garden and never put it back.
Yes, that is true. But like, if you look at Sonic 06, that game is bad. It took people to actually put it on PC to make it actually really fucking playable.
To be fair, I've heard that game it's not finished and it's not great, but it's still better than what people make it seem.
Yeah.
From what I've understood.
Yeah. I mean, like, you do have a point. Like, some of the cutscenes are okay. See a Shadow Roundhouse kick Silver is always the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Except it's no use.
Now, what I am excited about, though, and we're getting a full budget game of it, by the way, and that is Visions of Mana. Now, that was dope, seeing that. Getting an actual fully funded Mana game for the first time. That series has always been niche. Now that
saying how many years has that
there's been a lot of Mana games. There's a lot.
No, I mean okay, so the games have never been fully funded or fledged.
Well, they always been like 2D-esque, games, PS2 style games for those part. Like, I mean, so to give you a couple, right?
Okay. that
Navy
makes
combo.
more sense.
There's secret mana, Charles Mana's Legend of Mana, Sword of Mana, Children of Mana, Friends of Mana, Dawn of Mana, Heroes of Mana, Circle of Mana, Rise of Mana, Ventures Mana, Collection of Mana. As you
How many
see,
fucking mana games are there?
there's
Too many.
Secret of Mana remake. They remake Secret of Mana. There's Trials of Mana remake,
Yeah.
and there's Echoes of Mana, and then there's Vision of Mana. So like
One of those is not good.
so like I think Echoes of Mana was a mobile game. That was the one where like
One of these sisters lesbians, or is this a dude?
Now, what's really interesting though is like it's finally for the first time again for first time ever. It's finally like because like I said, they always been 2DS games. So
Yeah.
the remakes for the first time when they actually made like I think Secret of Mana was made like 2.5D, while
Yeah.
the Trials Mana, which I bought twice by the way, one for the Switch, one for PC, was fully made 3D functional.
Which I will admit, those two mana games actually are not bad from what I've seen.
Yeah, I enjoy those. I enjoy the Mana games, and so yeah, just see that them finally do that is it's exciting, and I give props to Square Enix. Definitely give them some props. What else do we have here? What else? Because I never running on time. Yeah. With the Game Awards, they announced that Jurassic Park Survival, which seemed pretty cool. Senua Saga Hellblade. I mean, I didn't really play the first one, but our friend Dark really says it's really good. Yeah.
I thought that game would have came out by now. that game was teased years ago.
Yeah. What else do we have here? Now, of course, as you guys know, we have the new live service game, which is called The Finals, which I heard a lot of good things about it. Now, let's just hope that if that's the case, then hopefully that game stays alive for the next year or two. Usually, these games dive in like the first 2-3 months. So, but it's
like 8 months.
But it's free to play though, so keep that in mind. It's free to play as long as they do the monetization, right, and not make it basically not make it freemium or premium, whatever. It should survive, But it's a wait and see kind of deal,
See this game,
man. I'm fairly pissed, but I'm also happy at the same time because 40K Space Marine 2 got delayed by a full year.
Good.
So it's not coming out until September 9th, 2024. But
was it originally supposed to come out?
Literally like this year and like this month.
Oh.
So I guess they delayed it because it's a lot of technical stuff. They're having thousands of Tyranids on the screen at one time, and that's like World War Z-esque kind of stuff going on there. So it's they got a lot of optimizations to do. That's like my biggest guess that's why it's been delayed. Now before we head out here, let's go on the small topic of the presentations here. If y'all were watching this stuff, what I mean by that is a lot of folks said that this year presentation was just sucked because there was more ads, and also the devs didn't get any time at all or talk on screen, which is fairly the case because apparently the teleprompter was or not the teleprompter, but they kept playing the song to get people off the stage basically. Yeah. But they had people like Anthony Mackie on the stage for like 5 minutes of him being a goofball, and he had Kojima on there, and I think Kojima and Geoff are like best friends, so like he got like 10 minutes to talk about a game that is also cinematic, but that also like gave us nothing about what's going on other than like a few facial expressions, and it's just like, so you could have gave this time to another dev, say, hey, thank you guys for X, Y, and Z, and and then. In like the final segment was when the Larian Studios they won their game of the year. He was trying to give honors to their dead co-workers and shit, and they're like, get the fuck out the stage, and no one cares. Kind of I'm just like,
they were like,
that's disrespectful.
But it's like,
go ahead.
I was saying, I was seeing people react to that, and supposedly it was automated. Like of that, but it was still like wildly kind of inappropriate when somebody's pouring their heart out on stage. I think it's very clear, like I was saying, I was trying to find this comment from the actual game dev. It's weird to me that, especially after so many years, people expect the Game Awards to be some kind of industry place and not what it's always been: Christmas toy showcase under the guise of winning.
Mm-hmm.
And that was from Doc Squiddy, and he's the guy that made Adios. And a couple other guys. I think he worked on Hard Space Shipbreaker. usually I like following devs because usually they have some insight or have some smart things to say. And I feel like that kind of set the tone as like, if this show was, if it was, it would definitely would have been way longer if they had devs like thanking them. But I think like that would kind of, I thought that would be kind of the point of the Game Awards to show like, hey, everybody gets a speech. And they were just firing off some awards, and it's like, yeah, this is whatever, and it's like, to be fair, I don't think they had that many games, but they were definitely showing off a lot, and I think that really shows the difference between what it's supposed to be as like a commercial and versus what it's supposed to be as a award show.
Yeah.
So
They
I kind of think they established their identity, and I feel like maybe it's time for developers to have like their own thing. But I don't know if people would watch that because it would just be people going, "Oh, hey, thanks for supporting this thing." But it's like, maybe it's just time to abolish award shows. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and also, Tips, what are your final words on the subject? How do you feel about that?
I mean, I really don't have much to really say left.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, I very much just all really had to say, like I said, I'm glad Baldur's Gate 3 won Game of the Year.
Yeah.
It really deserved it. It would have felt very rigged if it lost, considering that I was in the IGN chat and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is rigged that Baldur's Gate 3 won."
Stupid.
Well, you thought Spider-Man?
I'm very curious what they thought was Spider-Man. Like, I think
a lot of people were just, for the most part, when they were showing the nominees, everyone in there was almost like Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down. Tears of the Kingdom got its 1 month of fame, and then like it just died.
I think if they showed the results, maybe, you know what I mean, like where it ranks, they would have gotten an idea. Like if they had like tier base, you know what I mean, awards, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
But you know.
Yeah. But I also will just admit, I did kind of find it funny when the head of Larian Studios just came up and he just wearing armor.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
That was cool.
A lot of people were like, "What the hell is he wearing?" You goddamn nerd. But no, he was cool.
Yeah. That Warframe part. Here for those presenters for Warframe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn Warframe. I tried to get that game too many times and just not for me.
No, I was just like Rebecca Ford and what was her other girl? I forget her name, but she's a white girl with tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
She had like the midnight tattoo.
Yeah. I don't know too many people Warframe.
Yeah. I think we all tried Warframe. It's very grindy. It's very like, I log into it, I spend like 20 minutes to an hour customizing my Warframe, then I'm like, yeah. And then I just log out. And I'm like, I have money on that game. I fully want to play it, but it's just like, I can't.
Yeah. It's like, not today. Maybe tomorrow. But that will have to end it here off a discussion on the Game Awards. Hope that you guys enjoyed our discussion here, talking about the Game of the Year and various things around the Game Awards. If you guys want to, just consider liking and subscribing to this channel here. This will be the definitive channel for E-Type Podcast. Let our voices to be heard to you guys. Any final words for you guys, from y'all two, before we head out here?
No, I pretty much already said what I had to say.
Vanta, any final words from you, sir?
Same here. Pretty much said the same.
All righty. And thank y'all for watching this podcast. Much appreciated. Hopefully we should get back to you for the next week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 at the most. Whatever we do. It's always gonna be a good one. But thank y'all for watching. Peace out, y'all, and much love, everybody. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and also hit the bell notification down below. Thanks for watching.